Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course, I like to do this in complete survival. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a super simple creeper farm. You're going to get a ton of gunpowder from this farm. Not only is this farm simple to build, but there are a few other features to this farm as well. Basically, you can literally have it anywhere. I've got one of these farms underneath my old base located down here. So anytime I need a little bit of gunpowder, I can literally just come down to the kill system and grab some out if there is some in there. And yeah, I used to have another system. Well, it's still there. I just don't use it anymore. Right near my old iron farm. The iron farm still works. I just don't use it anymore because I've got a new system. Basically, I've got two creeper farms under here. Again, you can pretty much put these farms anywhere you want. And I AFK from that point, and we can collect some gunpowder from the collection systems down here. One of them is located this side, and you can just grab some gunpowder, and the other one is located this side, and once again you can just grab some gunpowder. There is a reason I do not use them farms anymore, purely for the fact I have a much better version of this farm. When I say better, I mean just like bigger. Yeah, basically I made this super big version of this farm, and this thing busts out so much gunpowder. As you can see, it is an absolute monster. I eventually want to put another one over here, and this is near my stacked iron farm. As you can see, yeah, I get so much iron from this thing and so much gunpowder as well. It's slightly overpowered. So yeah, there are many different things you can do with this farm. You can expand it. You can literally put it anywhere. You can make it small. I'm personally going to be using it as an attachment for my Wither School farm. This is going to be perfect, simple enough to make, so I can have a nice supply of creepers. And the best thing about this farm, it is so resource friendly. You literally need buttons, trapdoors, water, and blocks. That is everything you are going to need to make this farm. That is it. And then, of course, you're going to need to add some kind of kill system, whether that be a trident killer or just whether you're using a sword. That's entirely up to you. I would recommend using a trident killer because you do get an extra amount of loot. And like I said, this farm can literally be placed anywhere. I'm going to be building this right on the floor right here. I've got to do a little bit of clearing, but I'll do that off camera anyway. So long story short, I want my creepers to flow in there, and that's going to be my kill chamber. So I'm going to want to make some kind of box around it. So I've got this wall right here, and I'm going to work from this wall. This is going to be the wall that I'm working off, as I've just said. And we're basically going to be using a bucket of water, because we know that a bucket of water will run 8 blocks, and it will just stop right here, as you can see. And that's what we're going to basically be working off with our platform. So long story short, I've made one platform right here. This is 8 blocks by 2 blocks, and then I've missed 2 blocks, and then I'm going to add another platform, making it exactly the same length, as you can see, and I'm going to bring this all the way down. Now, you can add as many platforms as you want. Like I said, you can fully expand this as well. However, I'm just doing a very simple one-layered version for my Wither School farm. So I'm going to grab some more dirt, and then we should have our platforms in place. Now, once we've got this side of the platforms in place, you're going to want to double these up. So you're going to want to go 1, 2, and then build them up so they're too high. So essentially, you could dig down and do this, or you could build them up like I'm doing. Again, that's entirely up to you. And I'm going to do that to the rest of them. At this stage, you should have a few platforms that look a little bit like this. Now, like I said, you might want to add some more platforms, which I am going to do this side. You could also add some underneath or on top. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just doing one level. So we've got to make sure we get these correctly done. So we're going to leave a 2 gap. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that where we're going up to? No, we're going to leave a 2 gap here for the center. And then we're just going to want to bring that platform up to the 2 gap, if that makes sense. So 2 gap in the middle. And then obviously the platforms are 2 gap as well. So when you've just got some stuff to dig out, it's a little bit easier. You can just go like that. And just make sure you're, you know, digging back far enough. So you can just go back to the wall. And just kind of like dig along. Give yourself an idea where you're digging. What I'll do is continue to cut out and clean up these platforms. And I'll show you what you should be left with. And now we should have something that looks a little bit like this. As you can see, I've got multiple platforms. At this stage, I'm going to go down to the end. I'm going to grab my trapdoors. And on the edges of all of the platforms, I'm going to add a trapdoor like this. Including this edge. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go all the way around. Making sure both sides I've got trapdoors on. So that's one platform complete. I'm going to go like this again. And go all the way down. Making sure that side's got trapdoors on. And I'm going to do this to every single platform. All of our platforms are surrounded in trapdoors, as you can see. What this will allow our creepers to do is basically fall off into our water streams. So we want to go on top of the platforms right now. And we're going to do a button combination. We're going to press one or place one at the end. And then go 1, 2. And then place one here. 1, 2. Place one here. 1, 2. And place one here, and then we'll leave that. And then we want to do that exact pattern on every single platform. So once again, we want to go 1, and then down 2, and across, down 2, and across. And we're going to do that on every single platform. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. At this stage, you are going to have something that looks a little bit like this. We want to make sure there is at least a 2... we'll go ahead and do 3 block tall wall around this farm. So that would be 1 block. So this is what it looks like with 2 blocks from the platforms. And then we're just going to go 1 more block from the platforms. Now we've got 3 blocks away from the platforms, as you can see. Now it's going to get dark quite quickly in here because we are going to put a roof on it. So grab yourself some torches, but just remember to remove them at the end. So yeah, like I said, we're going to put a roof on this thing right now. And I'll be back as soon as I've done so. So it should just leave a 2 gap from the platforms. Now our creeper farm is really coming together. We have a roof and basically all the platforms complete. We haven't put in the water yet. We'll do that last. But what we're going to do right now is grab some more trapdoors. And we're essentially going to make it so only the creepers can spawn. Well, actually we'll get some spiders as well, but they won't really bother us that much. So what we're going to do is stand here next to the platforms and completely make sure above them platforms is a trapdoor. And that means there will be now like 1 and a bit of a block instead of a full block, as you can see. And that's exactly what we are going for on every single platform. You can actually do this from both sides or one side. So you can stand here, go like this, and then come back down this way. And then again do it on the exact other side. Just make sure you're actually getting them in the right positions. They're a bit of a pain if you have to move them. So yeah, I'll add all of these and I'll be back. All of our platforms have trapdoors above them, as you can see. And now we're pretty much ready to start adding our water. So regarding these ones, we don't really need to do anything. It's just the center one that we will need to do something. So we'll dig out 1 trench going down like this. Oh. Yeah, we'll go down the center like this. All the way down to the end. And what I'm going to do personally is cut it off here. And then have a stream going down to the kill chamber, which is going to be that side. Once we've got that middle trench cut out, what I would personally do is place down some water like this. And just grab yourself a bunch of buckets. It's just a lot faster. So you don't have to keep coming back. Oh, I accidentally dropped one. Let's grab the water one. There we go. And we're going to go down here. And we're just, again, going to use the buckets to measure out where we're going to cut out now. So it's going to be really easy. So let me just put that there. And then it should stop. And then we're basically going to cut out here. All the way down here again. Like this. So obviously I'll need to do this layer again. But I'll just leave that side for now. I can finish that off at the end. Because maybe it will be slightly different for you. But yeah, basically how we get this to run is just remove these 2 blocks. And then that will run another bunch of blocks. And then again, I'm going to have to go down again. And that will give me the perfect idea of where I need to cut these blocks. So that's the only side I'm going to need to cut. Again, you probably won't need to do that because you will have yours probably all running into the center, all down that way, rather than me pushing them all that way. Now what I'm going to do is go down each one of these and add a bucket of water to the end. I'm going to do that on every single one. As you can see, it will line up perfectly. So we just need to move this horse out of the way and place a couple of buckets here. Oh, no. What the... Oh, that was quite handy, actually. I did need to be up here. So now I can place another 2 this side. And then I'm just going to add some more torches just so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use these to cross as well. So yeah, making sure I've got all the water. So it's all going to link up and push my creepers down. Alright, sweet. So now all of the water is flowing down into the center, pushing all of our creepers down to our kill chamber. The only difference mine should have, really, is this edge. Mine's going all the way along here. Whereas yours might just be going all to the center and then out to a kill chamber, which will be there. My kill chamber is just on the edge. So now what I'm going to make sure to do is remove any torches, because we need to make sure it is going to be pitch black. Of course, there is a little bit of light from down here. But yeah, we're going to sort that out right now. Made it dark or darker in here. Should be alright. Should be good to go. What I'm going to do now is just make a little AFK spot. My AFK spot will be above my portal somewhere. So my portal's going to be down there. Obviously in the kill chamber. So obviously the platforms are here. You want to make sure you're around about, I don't know, 28 to 30 blocks from the platforms. So I'm going to go behind here to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. I think that should be alright. But as you can see, there are obviously other mobs spawning. So what I'm going to do is just light up the area above. So I'll just make my little spawn platform. So I can just fly up here. Obviously, you could use ladders or something. But, yeah, we want to make sure we don't want any mobs to spawn around. So a vital part of this farm is just make sure everywhere is lit up. Making sure all of these mobs are not going to spawn when you're AFK. So I've lit up everywhere. Just make sure if you've got any exposed caves or any caves that are close by to the farm, make sure you go and have a little look at that. So right now we've got a nice dot. Oh, we've already got some creepers in there, which is pretty nice, as you can see. We have 2 in there already from just a small farm. That is great. But yeah, we'll AFK up here like this, and just wait for a few more creepers. Dude, I just had a huge disaster. Well, that's what happens if you don't torch up or spawn proof the little area that you walk into. Well, I'll have to fix this at some point. But yeah, you're going to want to add some trident killer or kill system to this farm. I highly recommend a trident killer if you want gunpowder. Me personally, I want to use this for my wither skull farm. So looks like I've got a little bit of fixing up to do. And yeah, that is how to make a very simple, very easy creeper farm in survival Minecraft. I do hope that this helps you out in your world. I will catch you on the next one.